all those literatures. So this is a significant product, and we have got copyright from Indian Copyright Office in September 2011, and it covers about 64 countries, including USA, UK, everything. And this gives, see now, main aim of this work, that social impact, it is having a lot of social impact. See, BOD, burden of diseases to every government is now, every government is concerned about this, and treatment cost is rising like anything. So we believe that most of the diseases can be prevented. So it is our duty to make the common people aware about how to make their lifestyle, how to prevent diseases like this. And last couple of months back, Dr. Ganapathy had been in Siddharth Mohali, so he emphasized on preventive things. So rising incidence of diseases like heart, diabetes, HIV, so how to control it. So concept map is a knowledge model represented as a labeled set of notes and arcs used to summarize body of knowledge on a topic. It is a two-dimensional representation of cognitive structures showing the hierarchies and the interconnection of concepts involved in discipline, sub-discipline, and semantic network also. It is something better, is a directed graph with label nodes, object, and arrows. For example, one semantic network, there are three facts. That fact one, parrot is a bird. Fact two, bird can fly. And third one is parrot green in color. So we are making one semantic network on that. You can see that that nodes are objects, and that proposition, you have to give meaningful word in that arrowed line, that is proposition. So, and our brain, what it does, whenever we receive some information, brain wants to just interpret its meaning. And if we see something visual, then brain effectively interprets its meaning. So, why we should use concept map? It is to understand a body of knowledge, explore new information relationships, access prior knowledge, gather new knowledge and information, capturing and archiving expert knowledge, share knowledge and information, gathering problem-solving options. So, how to develop a good concept map? That you have to find out what are the focus questions. So, from that major concept, you have to add some about 24 sub-concepts. Then you have to make ranking on that. Then you develop that concept map. And cross-linking is to you want to link in between two different map segments, and that needs creativity. So it's a state-of-the-art knowledge engineering, knowledge modeling, then to harness the power of our vision, to understand complex healthcare information. So we have thorough studied many literatures available, and whenever you see on the website, you would find that which one is authentic, which one not to rely. So it needs a lots of iteration process to find out what is correct or what is not correct. So it covers about causes of disease, how to stay healthy, then effective, faster understanding health issues, at a glance learning, the important interrelated, about 300 pages of concept maps. These are all web-based, quick understanding of symptom, prevention, treatment, importance, vitamin, Then we have grouped these concepts: respiratory diseases, allergy, children diseases, diseases of dangerous sickness. Then comes diseases of aging, fever, then disease with back pain, everything it covers A to Z. So it has a great outcome. So health education resource generation for medical colleges, hospitals, health centers, rural block, public health care awareness, knowledge engineering expertise for further applied R&D work, and our vision is to make nationwide healthcare knowledge net. So this is the schematic diagram, how it works. You see, first of all, you have to, that knowledge engineer has to set up goals. Then he has to talk with the medical domain expert, and then you have to go through all human created contents like medical books, web contents, things. Then analysis, validation, then knowledge representation, then create concept map, then integrate those maps, then you would need web publishing things, and semantic authoring gives little information loss, and this semantic networks is easy, accurate understanding both by human and as well as machine, so that you can do inference, you can query on that. So this is the first things we have developed. So you can see groups of diseases. Then here in the right side you will see children health care, how is your child, you can find out. So this, it covers about more than 350. This is AIDS, HIV. So about AIDS, HIV, or any disease, you will find only one single map, one page only. So it's very easy, very faster learning, and there is no ambiguity. This is world of fever. Whatever fever exists, that in one map it is coming everything. It is for advanced level. Doctor can do finer detection on this, eliminates other diseases. So we have deployed in all the 8 northeast states, that is Agartala Government Medical College, Meghalaya, Nigrims, Northeastern Indira Gandhi Medical College, then Guwahati Medical College, then Gangtok, Sikkim Manipal University Medical College, then rural health block also, everywhere, then Nagaland, Manipur. So those medical colleges have uploaded spontaneously this software on their website to make their state people aware of these things and to have good health, and as well as their students also getting benefited, and practitioners, general practitioners also as well as getting benefited as a reference. So this is the website. You will find healthcare knowledge CDEC. So this is brochure, and it has bagged 2 awards also. South Asia, the Manthorn Award 2011 in New Delhi, then E-Northeast Award at Kohima 2011. Then in Indian other parts also we have installed that National Institute of Health Family Welfare, NIHFW, Government of India, it is Ministry of Health Family Welfare. Goa Medical College, Navodaya Medical College, Karnataka, Ramakrishna Mission Hospital, then Rural Health Mission, Kerala, then in 8 northeast states, even in USA, that Institute for Human and Machine Cognition, that on that website also it is there. So thank you. I just 1 minute, sir. Huh? 1 minute.
Thank you, Dr. Gautam Kumar Sahaji. And I'm particularly impressed that with this telenetworking, we can reach the Northeast India, which I've been there several times, but they have bereft of knowledge, and we need to reach them as well. Thank you. Through your systems, we are able to reach them. Now we have the last speaker. I'm sorry that the Chief Minister's security is behind us, and we have to conclude this session. But nevertheless, I request Mr. Manish Nanchani and his colleague and Mr. Lalit to come on stage. Mr. Lalit is here? And stage. And they will be giving us a talk on chronic disease management through behavioral modification using ICT. It's a nice thing. It follows knowledge, and then we need behavior modification. So I think that's an opportunity. But we'll have to restrict your time. Please.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Manish is there. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here and be talking to you all today. I want to thank Apollo Group for creating such a wonderful event, giving us an opportunity to get together and learn from each other. I have been participating in these events for the last 3 years and really found all of them really thought-provoking. Me and my colleague Manish will be talking on the role technology can play in chronic disease management. In the interest of time, I'll not spend too much of time in talking about the problem. Dr. Reddy already mentioned yesterday that India will be capital of heart disease, diabetes and cancer. Since yesterday, we have been seeing alarming numbers in terms of the deaths, in terms of the financial burden chronic diseases are causing on Indian patients. However, there are enough reasons to be optimistic. Right interventions can help us fight this monstrous disease. 80% of heart diseases and type 2 diabetes can be prevented.